Welcome to Spotlight Gulf Coast, a weekly showcase of people and events across South Mississippi. Spotlight Gulf Coast is partnered with William Carey University and sponsored by Breeze Heating and Air, IP Casino Resort Spa, the Enville Orthopedic Specialists, the Trenchard Scholarship Fund, and Butch Osterlich.
Hi everyone, this is Todd Trenchard, Executive Director of the Baco Foundation of South Mississippi, welcoming you to another segment of Spotlight Gulf Coast right here on WXXV. Each week we're coming into your living room talking about what's going on all across our region, and we want to thank our sponsors for this generous opportunity. Of course, one of our sponsors is William Carey University, and we have Dr. Ladd Taylor. Ladd, welcome back.
It's great to be back.
You reminded me that you were on a show right when you first came over.
Right, Dr. Burnett and I were on, just began in July, and so I'm coming up on a year now. So it's been a really, really good ride.
And Michelle Seacool. Michelle, you have never been on the show, but very familiar face, and you'd worked at the community college 29 years.
Right, with Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College for 29 and a half years in student services, and took the opportunity to come over and work with Dr. Taylor. Dr. Taylor and I have been friends for a really long time. We worked together at Gulf Coast,
right.
And we also grew up together. We're both graduates of Stone High School, so
wow.
But the opportunity to be the Director of Community Outreach at William Carey in tradition, and I couldn't pass up that opportunity.
Well, it's an exciting team that I know you're assembling, and Dr. Burnett's been on the show several times and talked about some things, but this is going to be a show to maybe introduce both of y'all. So Ladd, I'm going to start with you. You've been with William Carey now, how long? A couple years?
Oh, no.
Year?
This July will be
interviewing.
my 1 year anniversary.
You were up there on the stage. I mean, I think your first week in your interview.
Archie Manning.
Yeah.
That was quite an honor. I will never forget that. Cherished memory for me. To be up there with a legend like Archie Manning.
Well, when I first met you, I thought you were a pro football player. I said, man, this guy's built. He's a big old guy.
Look, I'll take that compliment all day long. All day long.
Now, Michelle, you worked at the community college 29 years, and of course, your father, legendary coach. And in fact, I heard of him way before I'd even heard of M&M Bank when I worked at the bank.
Of course. George Seacool was my dad, and he coached at the junior college or at Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College for 30 years. He was at one time the winningest community college coach in the nation, and so just working at the college and having his name was a good opportunity for me, and it definitely helped develop my career.
I think it's exciting, Ladd, when you have a team put together, because you do what you do well at the university, but you also have somebody that's out in the community. And that's so important. I think when you can have that interface with people, and we've just in the past, since you've been there, run into the people that are, I'm asking them if they met you yet. Oh, she was just here. But that allows you time to do the things that you do well, and Dr. Burnett to do what he's doing well. So it's a very important position.
Well, we are taking great pride at this time right now of being the premier place for higher education on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. And something that I've learned from mentors over the years is, you're not going to grow in higher education if you don't partner. So it's very just critical for us to get out there and make connections in the community, network, because you never know when there might be an opportunity to partner that would help our students and also help the partner that we're partnering with at that particular time. We're constantly out there, Michelle and I, meeting with companies, talking about how we can partner, and some of those things are, end up just making some good friends, and some of them turn into some really good partnerships. So we're looking forward to continuing that, and one of the things that I wanted to do is becoming on here as the vice president is to get really plugged into the Mississippi Gulf Coast. It's very important to understand the fiber of the Mississippi Gulf Coast if you want to be an institution that's going to grow.
Right. And I remember when I first went to work at M&M Bank, and Alan was the county administrator, but Alan had gotten his master's degree at William Carey, and that was, he would go around and tell people that, and I did not know that there was even a master's program.
Right.
And probably would not have known without Alan have come forth and said it. Now today, there's thousands.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you said that, and we may talk about this later, but I'm going to go ahead and throw it out since you're talking about thousands, but we've got close to 8,000 graduates of William Carey University that are located in our 6 counties along the Mississippi coast, Mississippi Gulf Coast. So we're very proud of that, and I'm sitting here as a 2-time Carey grad. I got my specialist and my PhD in higher education from William Carey.
Now, Michelle, your particular position, you're going out, maybe interface with some people and then bring Lad along and y'all talk about how y'all can partner.
Right.
Things like that. How's that learning curve been? I mean, it's
Right. I went from, needing to be in the office every day to it's my job to be out in the community and making sure that not just, the partnership opportunities, of course that's very important, but I'm always surprised at the people that don't know what we have to offer at William Carey. And, I feel like we've been a part of the coast forever. I mean, we were on Highway 90 at one time, and of course Katrina changed that. But just the things that we do at William Carey that people just have no idea about. You even said yourself you didn't even know that was a thing for somebody to get their master's degree here on the coast at William Carey. But I meet people every day who have gone through William Carey for their advanced degrees. And I think that that's one of the things that, we're doing to strengthen the coast is, to bring that opportunity where they may not have it otherwise.
I think that that's been really one of the smart things when y'all started having the luncheons and you'd bring in, these people like Mr. Kayat was here one year, and I'd never seen him. I went up there. I think Alan was actually going on the board at that time. But then, since then, you've had some pretty well-known national figures, and people start going to those, and they, wow, like this, where are they getting the money for this?
Well, everything that we do is student-based. So we're just, everything that we do is trying to provide more opportunities for our students. From, like you mentioned earlier, bringing Archie Manning in for our gala, and that's our scholarship gala. That is going directly to benefit the students. So that's our goal. If what we're doing every day is not going to benefit the students in the long run, then we need to kind of reassess what we're doing.
I'm going to have to take a short commercial break here, but one of the misconceptions that I had was that William Carey was way too expensive to attend, and now I can say wholeheartedly it's so inexpensive you can't afford not to attend.
I like that.
Exactly.
I might use that, Todd. Yeah.
That's because it really is. I mean, when you factor in everything and the things that have been implemented, how could you afford not to take advantage of this? This is a very unique.
Being on shows like this to get it takes this to get the word out, to kind of dispel that misconception that people have that it's expensive to get a Christian education. Well, we're proving that it's not.
Okay, we're going to take a short commercial break. We're going to come back. Y'all can't see our feet, but Lad and I are both wearing William Carey socks, and once you're a William Carey fan, you have to wear socks every day. So people didn't maybe know that. Y'all don't touch that remote. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. We're talking with our friends at William Carey University, and Dr. Taylor and Michelle Seacool are our guests today. And Michelle, I think we were talking, and you were, saying we really need to get out about this new event, Carey on the Coast. I guess that's a takeoff of a song I've heard. It's been playing in my head, Carry On My Wayward Son. I'm crazy, but those are the type of things that stick with me.
We'll have you come there and sing it at the event.
Yeah. But we are having live music at that event, so maybe there will be an opportunity for you to sing if you'd like to, Todd. But we, Carey on the Coast is a free, family-friendly event. It's going to be in Barksdale Pavilion in Jones Park. April 25th from 3 to 7. That's a Saturday. We have some of our favorite food trucks lined up. And like I mentioned, we're going to have live music from the Thomas Hall Band, which is a William Carey band. I have not heard them, but I cannot wait to actually hear them. I've heard nothing but great things. And we'll have carnival-style rides and games for the kids. And then it's an opportunity for our alumni, but also for the community to come in and really learn a little bit about Carey. Like we were talking earlier, a lot of people don't know what we have to offer at William Carey and what a fantastic institution it is. And so we'll have all of the departments represented from the various schools, and they'll come in and be able to talk to people about what they have to offer. But really, it's just an opportunity to connect and have a great time.
So you'll actually have booths where you can go up or something, and you could ask questions.
Absolutely.
Of advisors and stuff like that, because a lot of people they may get that undergraduate degree, they get it in their 30s, and they'd say, "Hey, I want to go back to school."
That's right.
Right.
I know you went back to school, a little bit later in life than that, and you start getting a master's. What did you say? You had a specialist
got
degree.
my master's, got my specialist and PhD in higher ed at William Carey. One of the first 3 graduates in William Carey University's higher ed program in education, so I'm very proud of that fact.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's
2014, so dating myself a little bit.
Yeah, well, that's and that's a lot of people want to do that, and it's not as difficult, as you may think. You go back to the college days. Back when I was at Tulane, I was like, get the class. Well, now you can.
Right,
get on.
right.
There's so many opportunities.
Right. It's so much easier to get an advanced degree or just your undergrad, your bachelor's degree, so much easier than it used to be, of course, when we were coming through. But and that's one of the beauties of the programs that we have there, is because it's not necessarily geared towards working adults, but I think it works well for working adults that want to get that advanced degree. But we have undergrad programs as well. So
absolutely, 29 total graduate programs on our campus, and basically, there's some great things happening at Tradition. So people know you met with Dr. Weldon about pharmacy and how great that program's doing, but our education program is just phenomenal. We're cranking out, as far as Tradition campus in Hattiesburg, more educators across the state of Mississippi than any other institution. That's something that Mississippi desperately needs, of course. And then our criminal justice program is good. Our nursing program is strong. So we have some really, really strong programs on the Tradition campus, but at Carey on the Coast, you'll hear about them, but also we'll have our counterparts, and our College of Medicine is going to be there, so physical therapy, occupational therapy, so you'll hear about the programs that are offered at the Hattiesburg campus as well.
I've spoken with quite a few nurses, and it's amazing. If they go to South Alabama, they don't realize they can get a master's degree at William Carey.
That's right.
Absolutely.
And I say, you need to really look into this, especially if you're, 22 years old.
Oh, yeah.
And look ahead. But I also have talked to a lot of business leaders that they may not ever use that degree for a resume, but just the confidence it gives them that they could go back and they could do something, with their time. And, I think I hope I was just dreaming, because I really did think about, I really need to go back to school. I don't know why, because there's so many things that are different today than there was, You know?
Yeah, but you'd probably enjoy it more. You wouldn't take, you probably would really enjoy it, Todd. What could we get you enrolled
We'll
in?
get you
I don't know. I
Let's
saw,
see.
I saw the guy at the LSU
Two
game, and he
days.
was the oldest guy playing the band. He was like
Oh, yeah.
69
Yeah.
years old
Hey,
in the band.
It's never
I was
too
like,
late.
Huh?
It's
Well,
never
there
too
is a
late.
vocalist in the Thomas Hall band, so, and you
Yeah.
might, maybe
Nah.
we could.
I was not blessed with that talent. I am practicing some poetry, but it's going to go with me to wherever I'm going to now. As far as the day of the event, do you have to pre-register? Do you have to?
We'd love for you to sign up, and I think we'll be able to show where people can sign up. But that's not necessary. You don't have to sign up to attend. We'd love to know how many people are going to attend. We have over 200 people registered now to attend. We are going to be giving away door prizes every hour. So if you don't register, then we can't get you a door prize. We can't
Right.
put your name in the drawing for the door prize. But it's free, and you can register when you get there.
A lot of people haven't even been down there. Don't realize you can take 2nd Street, go over the little bridge
Right.
there, and right into Jones Park.
Yes.
And that's my little jogging path every morning,
go.
and so I enjoy that.
Right.
Little space right along there, but the perfect place to have an event.
Mm-hmm.
And now, how many teachers would you have coming to this?
They're going to be
Or
in attendance. It's going to be quite a few, not just, it's going to be so many administrators, faculty, department chairs, and then we're going to have
Athletics will be there.
athletics will be there selling some merchandise. We'll have several of our deans of individual colleges that are going to be there as well. It's going to be very well attended, and if you're coming there and you actually show up and you're interested in what we have to offer, you're going to leave there with a lot of information about William Carey University.
okay, we're going to take a short commercial break. I know we have. You were talking about a scholarship luncheon that's coming up
That's
at the
coming
Great
up,
Southern, and I've been to that before, and I think in the past that was a great place to meet some people. But I also am very excited about whenever you say the word partnership, because you don't have to reinvent the wheel. There's somebody out there that wants to partner,
Right.
Yeah.
with you, and so y'all have a history of doing that. We're going to take a short commercial break. We're talking with our friends at William Carey, so don't touch that remote. Welcome back, everyone. We're learning about William Carey University. I've been amazed over the years just how far, not that the university's come, but I do remember Katrina, being on Highway 90 there, and, some people that maybe went to school there. And, for a couple years there, you're sort of like in limbo. But,
Right.
You now have up that corridor, what is it, 67?
Right.
Yeah,
67.
Highway
I mean, it's
67.
amazing, just all the different ways you can get in. And of course, the community college has a system up there. And I mean, it really is exciting times for this coast. And they call it what, the medical corridor sometimes?
That was the vision of Dr. Joe Canizero. So thanks to him, we were able to to be a part of that. And it truly is an honor to be a part of what his original vision was, and hopefully to continue to work hard to see his vision come to reality, even more so than it is already.
Now, Lad, we were talking about there's a luncheon coming up, and I want to touch base on that. And y'all went to something this morning, so let's start off. Maybe start off with what happened this morning. That's pretty exciting.
Awesome.
It really is.
Exciting event that we attended this morning. It was a building dedication for our brand new state-of-the-art Institute of Primary Care, hosted by our College of Osteopathic Medicine, along with an adjacent building that's going to house state-of-the-art classroom space for our College of Medicine students. But while we were at that event, Dr. Subarao, who is our Dean of College of Medicine, he dropped a tremendous announcement. It was basically a 133 announcement. And what I mean by 133 is U.S. News and World Report has named William Carey University as having the #1 school of primary care in the nation, the #3 placement of graduates in rural areas, and also #3 placement of graduates in underserved areas. So we're very proud of that, because we're helping to meet the needs of Mississippi, but also in doing that, we're getting national recognition. So in knowing Dr. Subarao, Dr. Burnett, and their commitment to making sure our College of Medicine is a success, and the faculty and administration, there's a lot of entities that go into making sure that's successful. I can say that it's definitely, from what I can tell, very, very well deserved.
Yeah, that's quite an honor when you think of all the schools that would probably be going for that same honor, and to have it right here in our backyard. That, you know, having some younger people that I've either mentored or brought up, you know, I tell them all the time, you know, you really need to check out William Carey, because, again, it's almost the biblical nature of it. Oh, it's a Christian school.
Right.
Right.
But it's a Christian school that has, you know, just the same, if not better, professional services.
And we've been on your show talking about we're the, you know, being the biggest and largest medical school in the state, and not a lot of people know that. So this just is icing on the cake, if you will, to be able to announce that, you know, we have the #1 ranked primary school, Institute of Primary Medicine in the nation. So it's always great. You know, our #1 goal is to take care and make sure that we're doing what we need to do to help Mississippi. But when you get recognized nationally, that is a tremendous honor.
Okay. Now we also were talking about, you've got a business luncheon that's coming up at the Great Southern. Tell us about that.
This used to be what referred to as a small business luncheon, but we revamped it this year, partnered with Gulf Coast Business Council, Jamie Miller and Ben and his team, to create something called our Business and Leadership Awards Luncheon. And what we did was we added a corporate awards component to this, and you'll see some social media going out about voting for that, and that'll go through the month of May. And then we'll announce those awards at the event, which is June the 23rd at 11:30 at the Great Southern Club in Gulfport. So if you want to hear more about that, you can contact us at William Carey, our Gulf Coast Business Council. And we're proud to say that we've got someone who now has a vested interest in the Mississippi Gulf Coast as a restaurateur, and that is Robert St. John. He's got the Downtowner. I believe you told me yesterday that's coming up.
Yeah, it's about to open.
Grand opening is coming up very, very soon. So he's our guest speaker for the day, so we're honored to have him.
I think it was years ago. I think the Home of Grace got the Small Business Award.
Okay.
And we're doing nonprofits.
Right.
Would be the winner, and you know, when we got that word, that was a big deal for us to take people out at the Home of Grace. I think Josh and I went, and but that is good to recognize leadership. It's always important. We were talking about being at the One Coast Awards, and Ricky Matthews and I talk just every day, every single day, and he keeps stressing leadership recognition is so important. You know, it's been going on for a long time, but you know, you've got these new leaders that are coming up, and we may not know them personally, but you'll start watching them.
And this is a leadership luncheon, so to speak, but it's going to be growing future leaders, because part of the but all of the proceeds for this luncheon goes towards scholarships for students in our School of Business here on the Tradition campus.
Okay.
So those students will be in attendance, those who were selected to receive a scholarship. So they'll be able to see, those leaders who help contribute to their scholarship that they're receiving. So we're excited about that as well.
We've talked about a lot of great things on today's show. What else we got coming? You got Tyson coming? Next boxing thing, you can interview Mike Tyson.
No, but I will say this: there are a lot of exciting things going on our campus.
It really is.
And don't sleep on Tradition,
There you
because
go.
I promise
That's right.
you, it's going to be something to see. We have 50 acres, and a
50
plan
acres.
to develop it.
And a master plan in place, because as you know, we mentioned partnerships and this, having an idea of where you're heading in the future. You've got to have a plan in place, because you never know whenever you're going to enact some of that plan. So we've got all 50 acres planned out of how we want to grow. And you mentioned the leadership team at the Tradition campus. We're building for growth and,
Right.
and planning for that.
We need to plan to get them on the show.
Yeah.
On a regular basis, and it's good to put it, they would be excited about it, that they're getting that recognition, and it's a great little format, and again, I can't thank y'all enough for what y'all do for the Mississippi Gulf Coast, and if I was to do it all over again, I'd have saved myself $100,000 going to Tulane.
Yeah, you could have.
But anyway, I appreciate y'all coming on.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah,
Thank you.
anytime, and look forward to next event is
Carey on the Coast.
Carey on the Coast, 2 weeks.
Yes,
April
April 25th. Hope
Okay.
to see everybody there.
Absolutely.
And we appreciate everybody's support of the Baker Foundation of South Mississippi. Until next time, this is Todd Trenchard saying so long and may God bless.